the magic pulsing every vein and muscle within me. I was only just holding on to consciousness when my body morphed into a wolf, releasing the witch magic I'd been channeling with a ping. Huffing, I went still as I laid on my side, my skin itching from my fur and the bright flames of the candles stinging my eyes. Every trace of energy had drained from me in an effort to kill Kieran by channeling my magic through him. I wouldn't know whether it had worked until I returned back to my witch self. My eyes fluttered closed as images of Malone came into my mind. I was too weak to crave him, my whole being anaesthetized. Maybe, just maybe, the spell had worked. The ring of my phone made me jump, bringing me out of my light doze. I instantly felt better, springing to my feet and inspecting the scattered salt around me. I hadn't exactly been tidy when shifting and writhing on the ground. My canine half echoed through the empty cave as I glanced at my phone, which was placed on my bag nearby. Drake. The thumping of my heart intensified as I forced myself to shift, not caring about the pain as I pleaded with my brother not to hang up. As the fur descended into goddess knew where, I reached out my morphing arm and grabbed the phone, swiping the screen as quickly as I could. "Brother!" I gasped, the growl in my throat blurting the word in a peculiar gruff sound. "Della?" His voice was tight. "Are you okay? Did it work?" Clearing my throat, I leant against the crudely cut wall to catch my breath. "I'm all right. And no, it didn't." The icky warm feeling of Kieran's presence was still buried deep in the pit of my stomach. Shit! It hadn't fucking worked. "You didn't tell Malone, did you?" I blurted, breaking my rule of not speaking about my mate. Drake exhaled. "You know I've kept your confidence this whole time. You made me swear the brother secrecy code, which went out of date in our teens, by the way." "Well," I said, smiling to myself, "it still works, doesn't it?" When we'd been young and misbehaved, we'd snitched one another until our father punished us both by ordering us to sleep in the bathroom all night. That time, it was because Drake had painted a mural on the bathroom wall and I'd told on him. After an uncomfortable night, we'd sworn to keep the sibling secrecy code, and the idea had been genius, if I said so myself. "Why didn't the ritual work? You had everything you needed." Shaking my head, I eyed the dagger still resting on the ground. The light of the moon shone in from outside. I'd found the small medieval fish storage cave purely by chance when on a boat trip down the Seine. As we'd headed towards the Eiffel Tower, I'd noticed the moon shining directly into the cave. I knew that having the moonlight illuminate a pentagram would inject more power to any spell. I'd been preparing for the spell ever since. "I don't know. Is Kieran still incarcerated?" Drake's resigned sigh made my stomach clench. He had been the only person I'd spoken to since leaving the pack. I hadn't even told him where I was, in fear that Malone would bribe it out of him. "Yeah, the Werewolf Council have kept him in prison. I really thought this spell would work." Rubbing the bridge of my nose, I pushed away from the wall and picked up my folded clothes. I was standing butt naked, shivering in the cold. The things I did to try and kill my enemy. I placed my phone on the floor nearby and shoved my clothes on, all the while trying to stop the wobble of my chin.